Toxic boss, endless shouting, no escape. Could you survive? Welcome to What's Your Take with Salves. And today we have a story that will leave you thinking deeply about the workplace and the impact bad leadership can have on mental health. Stick around, guys. Hello, Salves. Good day to you. It took me a lot of courage to write this because I didn't want to relive the painful experiences I went through. But I think it's important to share, not just for me, but for others who may be going through something similar. I got a job at a company, let's call it XY to keep it anonymous. I was so excited because I was finally leaving my old workplace. I thought it was a fresh start, but I didn't know it would be the beginning of one of the hardest times of my life. At first, I was in a training for a year before becoming a full staff member. We were allowed to work on real tasks during the training after a few months. I was assigned a team lead to supervise me during and after the training. Let's call him Mr. Mood. From afar, he seemed like a nice person, but I soon found out that wasn't the case. The first meeting I attended was where it all began. At the end of the meeting, Mr. Mood looked at me and said, I hope you've written down the meeting minutes. Send them to me now. I was so shocked because no one told me I had to do that. It wasn't part of my training either. I told him politely, I didn't know I was supposed to do that, but I'll try to put something together. His reaction was terrible. He started shouting at me, saying things like, What is this nonsense? Do you think you're here to play? I want that report now. I felt so small and started crying. I didn't even understand most of the things they talked about in the meeting, but thankfully, some kind team members helped me put something together. That was my first day. From then on, it felt like Mr. Mood always found something to shout about. It didn't matter if I worked hard or tried my best. He would still yell at me or others for things that didn't make sense. When I worked on tasks, he barely reviewed them. If the management praised him, it was fine. But if they complained about something, he would blame me, even when it was his fault for not checking the work properly. Things got worse when my supervisor resigned, and the company made Mr. Mood the new supervisor. He became even harsher. Almost everyone on the team had their share of his mood swings and harsh words. I dreaded going to work every day. Even on weekends or late at night, he would call or message me, shouting and demanding tasks or reports. I felt trapped. My self esteem disappeared. I started feeling I wasn't good enough. I was sad all the time. When I got my first promotion, they told me it was just so I wouldn't feel left out. That hurt even more. I eventually fell into depression and started thinking about ending my life. Oh no. I felt like I couldn't take it anymore. If it wasn't for some amazing people around me who talked me through it and reminded me of my worth, I might have not been here today to share this with you. Even now, I still deal with PTSD from that experience. It makes me think, why aren't leaders tested for their ability to handle people? There should be tests to check if they have empathy and emotional intelligence before putting them in charge of others. Because some people, like Mr. Mood, have no business being leaders. They only bring pain to others. Thank you for listening and giving me a chance to share my story. And that's it for today, guys, on What's Your Take with Salves. I do have a question though. Come to think of it, we don't talk enough about the damage bad leaders can cause, even at the workplace. Let's keep this conversation going. Have you dealt with a toxic boss? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And do not forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you do not miss an episode when it drops. Thanks for listening and see you next time.